People always say that blood is thicker than water. They tell you that family is the only thing you can count on when the world falls apart. I used to believe that. I really did. I used to think that my dad and I were an unbreakable team. But I learned that blood doesn't mean anything when there is a bank account involved. And I learned that sometimes the people who are supposed to protect you are the ones holding the knife. My name is Amelia. I'm 25 years old. And 2 years ago, I sued my father. I didn't just sue him for money. I sued him because he gave away the last thing my mother ever touched. My mom was my best friend. Her name was Elena. She was a teacher elementary school, 3rd grade. She wasn't rich by any stretch of the imagination, but she was the kind of person who could stretch $1 into a miracle. When I was 10, she started a savings account. It wasn't for her. It was for me. She worked extra summer school shifts, she tutored on weekends, and she put every extra penny into that account. She used to tell me, "Mia, this is your freedom fund. This is so you can go to college, buy a house, or start a business. This is so you never have to stay in a situation that makes you unhappy just because you can't afford to leave." I didn't really understand what she meant back then. I was just happy to get ice cream after she deposited the cash. My dad, Mark, he was a good dad, a little distant, maybe. He worked a lot in construction management. He loved my mom more than anything. You could see it in the way he looked at her. When I was 16, that all shattered. My mom got sick. It was fast, really fast. Ovarian cancer. We went from diagnosis to hospice in 6 months. The day before she passed, she made my dad promise her something. I was sitting right there. I was holding her left hand, and my dad was holding her right. She looked at him, and she said, "Mark, there's an account. It's for Mia. It's her future. Don't let anyone touch it. Promise me. Promise me it's hers and hers alone." My dad was crying. He was sobbing. He kissed her forehead and he said, "I swear, Elena, I swear on my life. It's Mia's. I will protect it with my life." She died the next morning, and for a while, my dad kept his promise. He was a wreck, but he kept it. Grief is weird. For 2 years, it was just me and him. We were sad together. We ate a lot of frozen pizza. We didn't talk about mom much because it hurt too much. Then, when I was 18 and about to leave for college, he met Vanessa. Vanessa was different. She was a real estate agent, very put together, very charismatic. She came into our lives like a hurricane. She organized the house. She threw up my mom's old plants. She redecorated the living room. It was all very fast. I wanted to hate her, but I also wanted my dad to be happy. He smiled more when she was around, so I pushed my feelings down. I went off to college, and I told myself, okay, this is fine. He deserves happiness. They got married this summer after my freshman year. It was a small courthouse wedding. I was there. I was the witness. Now here is where the legal stuff gets important. My mom's money wasn't just sitting in a regular savings account with my name on it. If it was, I could have taken it out at 18. But my mom was smart. She set up a formal trust. The terms were simple. I was the beneficiary. My dad was the trustee. That meant he was in charge of managing the money, but he couldn't spend it on himself. It was for my health, education, and welfare. And the big kicker. The trust was structured so that I would get full control the whole lump sum when I turned 25. Until then, my dad controlled the purse strings. When I was in college, I needed some money for tuition. My dad was fine with it. He paid the school directly. It worked perfectly. I trusted him completely. He was my dad. He made a promise to my dying mother. Why would I ever question him? Looking back, the signs were there. I just didn't see them. Little things. Requests for money that got delayed. Excuses. I'd ask for a few thousand to cover a semester book bill, and he'd say the market was down or the account was rebalancing. So I should just take out a student loan and he'd pay it off later. He never paid it off later. Meanwhile, Vanessa was living large. New car, a BMW, a kitchen renovation, vacations to Cabo, designer handbags. I'd see her posts on social media. I'd see her at the new granite island in the kitchen, holding a glass of wine. And in the back of my mind, a little voice would whisper, "Where is that money coming from?" But I'd shush it. I'd tell myself my dad worked hard. Maybe he got a promotion. Maybe Vanessa was just really good at her job. I was naive. I was so naive. As I got closer to 25, I got excited. I graduated college. I had a decent job in marketing, but I was drowning in student loans. I was renting a tiny apartment with a roommate. I started planning. I was going to use the money, about $180,000, which was what my mom had saved plus interest, to pay off my loans and put a down payment on a small condo. A place of my own, my mom's dream for me. 2 weeks before my birthday, I called my dad. "Hey, Dad. Just calling to figure out the transfer process for the trust. My birthday is coming up, and I want to get the paperwork started with the bank." There was a pause on the other end. A long pause. He said, "Oh, yeah, the trust. I need to talk to you about that. Let's have dinner, just the two of us, tomorrow." My stomach dropped. But I said okay. He ordered coffee. He never drinks coffee at night. He was fidgeting with the sugar packets. "So, what's up? Is there a problem with the bank?" "Mia, sweetheart, you know I love you, right? And I loved your mother more than anything. Dad, you're scaring me." "What is it? The money ... it's gone." "No, Mia, it's not in the market anymore. We had to use it. Vanessa and we had some debt. And the house needed work. It was an investment in the family. That wasn't your money. That was Mom's money for me, for my loans. For my house, you promised her. You swore on her deathbed. Vanessa said we would pay it back eventually. We thought of it as a loan. We just needed to stabilize our assets. Stabilize your assets. She bought a BMW. You redid the kitchen. Where is the paperwork? I want to see the trust statements. I don't have them. Vanessa handles the finances now. I didn't go home. I drove straight to their house. I was shaking with rage. I knocked on the door, hard. Vanessa answered. She was in yoga pants and a silk robe. "Amelia, honey, your dad said he was going to talk to you. Come in. Let's discuss this like adults. Where is my money, Vanessa? We used it for the family. We bought a new car, renovated the kitchen. You'll thank us later. You get to come here for Thanksgiving and enjoy it. It's an investment in your future too. That's my mother's money. You had no right. Legally, your father was the trustee. He signed the checks. If you have a problem, take it up with him. But I wouldn't, if I were you. Family is more important than money, Amelia. Don't be greedy." She called me greedy. She stole my inheritance, spent it on granite, and called me greedy. I looked past her, into the house. I saw my dad sitting on the couch, staring at the TV. He wouldn't look at me. He just sat there, a coward. I left. I didn't cry until I got in the car. For a week, I was paralyzed. I called a few relatives. My aunt was furious. She told me to fight. My dad's brother told me to let it go, that I was tearing the family apart. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. Every time I looked at my student loan bill, I saw my mom's face. I saw her teaching summer school in the heat. I saw her counting pennies. I realized something. My dad didn't just take my money. He took my mom's sacrifice. He took her last gift. And if I let it go, I was spitting on her grave. I hired a lawyer. A pit bull named Mr. Kovac. He specialized in trust litigation. He looked at me over his glasses and said, "This is a clear case of breach of fiduciary duty. He's the trustee. He can't use the money for his own benefit. We're going to sue him." I was terrified. "Sue my dad," he said. You're not suing your dad. You're suing a trustee who broke the law.
Welcome to a story of betrayal, resilience, and the fight for what's rightfully yours. Today, we delve into a daughter's legal battle against her own family.
Amelia's world shattered when she discovered her inheritance, meant for her future, was being systematically drained by her father and stepmother. The weight of this betrayal was immense. Amelia, once close to her father, now faced an unimaginable conflict, a battle for justice. The initial confrontation was a painful phone call. Amelia, devastated, tried to understand how her own father could do this. On the other side, her father Mark reacted with anger, shouting into the phone from his cluttered home office, denying any wrongdoing. Then, Vanessa, Amelia's stepmother, seized the phone, her face contorted with anger, adding fuel to the already volatile situation. Amelia knew she needed help. She sought out Mr. Kovac, a sharp and confident lawyer, to navigate the complex legal waters. The discovery process revealed a shocking pattern. Large sums were transferred to Vanessa's auto world, a clear sign of misuse. More transactions surfaced, including extravagant expenses for kitchen magic renovations, further depleting Amelia's inheritance. And Zen, Cancun all-inclusive resort. The evidence was undeniable. Her inheritance was being used for their lavish lifestyle. A mediation was arranged, a sterile cold conference room setting the stage for a tense family showdown. Vanessa, ever defiant, spoke dismissively, her body language radiating arrogance, showing no remorse for her actions. Mark, Amelia's father, avoided eye contact, staring at the table, a picture of shame and regret, unable to face his daughter. Mr. Kovac, Amelia's lawyer, maintained a stern, professional demeanor, observing the family's fractured dynamics. With mediation failed, the case proceeded to trial. Amelia walked down the aisle of a traditional wooden courtroom, her resolve firm. She passed her father, Mark, who looked utterly broken, unable to meet her gaze, the weight of his actions crushing him. Amelia took the witness stand, looking directly at the judge, ready to tell her truth, seeking justice for her mother's legacy. Later, Mark took the stand, sweating under the intense courtroom lights, looking distraught as he faced the consequences of his choices. Finally, the moment of truth arrived. The judge, dignified and authoritative, arranged papers, preparing to deliver the verdict. The gavel banged loudly, a sound that echoed through the silent courtroom, signaling the end of a long and painful chapter. Amelia exhaled a long-held breath, a wave of relief washing over her. Justice, though hard-won, had finally been served. In the background, Vanessa was pale, whispering urgently to a dazed Mark, the reality of their defeat sinking in. In the aftermath, Amelia began to rebuild her life, moving into a clean, minimalist condo, a fresh start. She stopped to look at a small framed photo of her mother, a reminder of the love and legacy she fought to protect. The old house, a symbol of past pain, was sold. A sold sticker replaced the for sale sign, closing that chapter forever. Amelia looked out a window, reflecting on her journey. She had faced betrayal and emerged stronger, a testament to her resilience.
Amelia's story is a powerful reminder. Standing up for your rights, even against family, is crucial. What would you have done in her shoes? Share your thoughts below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more empowering stories and legal insights. Your support helps us bring more narratives of resilience to light.